It's Gnome of the Month, Gnome of the Month, Gnome of the Month! Hello my beautiful friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Nova Gnome Creations and I'm Nova, and I'm so glad you decided to join me today. Today is the first Friday of the month and it's also October 1st, so happy first day of Halloween. Today is also our Gnome of the Month info video. So the first Saturday of the month we do our Gnome of the Month video where I tell you guys what I'm going to be making for the month, and then the last Saturday of the month I come back and I show you what I made for my Gnome of the Month. So let me know in the comments if you have picked out a Gnome of the Month for your gnome, or if you're going to make a gnome this month. And if you have, I would love to know what kind of gnome you're thinking about making. I'm also working on a gnome tutorial, a very, very beginner-friendly gnome tutorial. This was something that people were really asking for and really wanting, so I hope everybody is okay with it being in multiple parts. I'm really trying to be super thorough with it because I want it to be like super beginner friendly. A lot of people have been saying that it's going to be their first amigurumi or their first gnome, or they're just not comfortable with amigurumi but they really want to make a gnome. So like I wanted to make sure this was a very I walk you through the process very like closely. And typically, you know, you might start with something a little bit more simple than a gnome, but hey, why? Why start with something more simple than a gnome when you can do a gnome? So I'm doing a simple gnome, but it's going to have, you know, multiple parts. So I just finished making the body video yesterday. I even edited it already, because it was an hour long. And so it takes me, you know, if I'm editing an hour-long video, it takes me an hour to edit the video because I have to watch the video as I go through it. And, you know, I can like scale around a little bit and jump around a little bit, but if I want the editing to be pretty good, then I need to kind of take my time and go through the whole video. And with this being a tutorial, it's really important to me that I take the time to zoom in the appropriate area so you can see what I'm doing, and you know, just do the best I absolutely can. So the video I think ended up being, after my editing, I think it's like 50 minutes long. And that's just going to be for the body. So I'm going to be releasing at least a few parts for the tutorial, but I'm going to post them all at the same time so that you can work at it at your own pace. So if you decide you want to do it all in a day, you can do it all in a day. And if you don't want to do it all at once, they'll still be there for you, and you'll have that option of doing them at your own pace. So look forward to that early next week. I'm still working on it, and I'm thinking that I'm going to also do a video that's like an optional video of things that you can add to your gnome if you want to like spruce it up a little bit. Like some like little, you know, appliques or flowers or things like that, just like things that are like a little extra, and you can kind of customize it and personalize it. So I'm not sure if I'll wait to post everything until I have that filmed also, or if that'll be something I like post after. I might post it after just so I can get the gnome tutorial up and out for you guys, and then work on coming up with some cool little adornments and how to make those and how to attach them. So if you have not made a gnome before and you've been wanting to, this Gnome of the Month would be a perfect time for you to wet your feet into the gnome creating world. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm so glad you decided to join us today, and I hope that you enjoy the content. I hope you feel comfy and cozy and you stick around. If it is not your first time, welcome back, my Nova Gnomie, and I am so happy to see you. All right, so what gnome am I making for October? Well, you know it had to be a Halloween gnome. It had to be a Halloween gnome. So I am making the Gnome with Skull and Spider by Muffycorn. And this is an Etsy pattern. Is that not so cute? So it's got a little skull on the end of its hat. It's got a spider on its hat, and it looks nice and spooky. So, I am excited for that. That spider looks like it's gonna be fun. Yeah, I'm really excited for this. Just kind of leafing through the pattern here. I printed it all out because I kind of enjoy having my Gnome of the Month printed out. It makes it feel like all fancy and official. This little skull is going to be fun too. And like you could even make these things separately. Like this is the spider. And they did a black one in the tutorial. On the hat, they did like a gray one. But like this would be a great thing to make for Halloween in general. You could like decorate your house with these. And here's like a larger photo. So that's the gnome that I am going to make for October. So that is the gnome with skull and spider, and it is by Muffycorn on Etsy, and I will grab the link for that and I will pop it down in the description if anyone else was interested in that gnome. So if you haven't been here for Gnome of the Month before, we just started it last month, so you haven't missed very many. But if you are interested, I will have a link to the Gnome of the Month playlist, which is only going to have 2 videos on it, which will be the video from last month where I talked about what I was going to make, and then the video from last month where I showed my finished make. And also, there are makes from some of you guys in those videos, because the way that Gnome of the Month works is I make my Gnome of the Month and I share it with you guys, but also it's an open collab to everybody, so you can send me your gnomes that you decide to make this month and send them to my email, which is in the description box, which is below this video, and it is novagnomecreations@gmail.com. And if you send it to me, let me know what name you would like me to use. If it's like, you know, your first name or your name that you use on YouTube or whatever. And you can feel free to let me know any other details if you would like. You can let me know a pattern if you want. You can let me know any little blurbs about what you made. And I will share your pictures. So we have a lot of fun with activities like these here because it's so fun to get everybody in the community involved together. And we get to see a lot more. We get to see like variety and like you get to show off what you made. Like, I think that this is just such a fun method of doing like content sharing, because we can all share our own content. Even if you don't have a YouTube, you can still share your stuff with everybody. And like it's a good way to make friends. Everybody sees your name and they're like, oh, I see her in the comments all the time, and look at that cute gnome she made, you know? And like getting to show off your work to people who are appreciative of it, because let's face it, not everybody is as appreciative of the crochet as we are, and it's so much more fun to like do it in an atmosphere where everyone is excited about it. So you are always welcome to join in on this, and you can send in a picture at any time of the month. If you send it within the month, from anywhere from the 1st till the last Saturday of the month, I will put it in my video. Even the morning of the video, if you send it to me before I edit my video and put it out, which will be on the last Saturday of the month every month, it will be in there. If you send it to me after I've edited my video, and let's say like this last month, the last Saturday of the month was like a week before the end of the month, I will just roll it over into the next month's video. If you forget to send it, you can still send it into the next month's video, and it'll just, you'll have to wait a little bit longer for it to get in there. But we don't have hard rules here. This is for fun. Everything that we do should be non-stressful and fun and enjoyable for you. So don't let it stress you out. Like if you can't get it done in time, that it can be next month. You can send it in next month. And if you make another gnome next month, then you can have 2 gnomes that month. It's no problem. Like, don't worry about it. But since today is October 1st and it's Saturday, you have all month long until the last Saturday. So plenty of time to figure out what you want to make and make it, and have fun with it. So I hope everybody is having a wonderful Saturday and that you guys all enjoyed our Gnome of the Month last week. That was super fun, and a lot of you seem really interested in joining in this month. So I am super stoked to see what kind of gnomes you guys come up with. And I'm really excited to get this gnome tutorial out to you guys who have never made gnomes and who are interested in making a gnome, who need or would like some extra help. It's kind of going to be like crocheting with me, because I'm not skipping very much or time-lapsing very much. In like a normal tutorial, a lot of times they'll just kind of show you how to do, you know, like the first couple stitches and tell you what you're doing that round, and then they'll skip and go, you know, time-lapse or just skip to the next part. I'm trying to really like show you and walk you through it and talk you through it, and so I'm not doing very much of that, and that's why my video is so long. But it also means very little of you having to pause and work on it by yourself. So obviously there are a few points where I do that just for time's sake. If we're just going to be single crocheting, you know, for several rounds, I'll be like, okay, I'll meet you back here when we finish single crocheting all these rounds. But other than that, I'm showing you guys how to do it, walking you through it, and I'm hoping that this is like helpful for you guys and is what you need. I'm really trying to explain everything, so it might be a little boring if you already know how to do all of this stuff, but I figure if you already know how to do all of this stuff, then maybe that's not the tutorial for you, and that this is more geared towards people who don't. And who, you know, who specifically asked me for something that would be really beginner friendly. So maybe we can look to do more gnome tutorials in the future, and we can get like, you know, specific different kinds, and maybe you guys can have like some requests. That would be really fun. If you guys had things you wanted me to come up with, we can do that. But for this one, it's just going to be kind of a simple gnome and me walking you through it. And then I might make a little video with some little adornment options and tips, I guess, for customizing it a little more to what, you know, whatever your specific vision is for your gnome. All right, guys, well, I will let you go here. I'm going to probably be back on here with another video shortly. So I hope everybody has a great day, has a great Gnome of the Month, October 1st, and I will see you guys on the last Saturday of the month. And I will have this beautiful gnome to show you. I am super excited to get started on this. So I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Gnome of the Month.